In this video we're going to teach you how to do some very basic sweeps. So we're going to start off with single leg sweeps, either the front or the back, and this is using your calf to the opponent's calf. Next we'll look at the double leg sweep, and this is if the feet are together or a little bit closer together. Now we move to the inside using the instep of the leg and using the front foot first. Inside and outside, again using your instep to the attacker's calf. And lastly we'll look at front sweeps using your calf to attack the attacker's shin. The do's and don'ts, just a few safety rules first of all. The first rule we use is never lift your leg, because this could cause your partner to pull their groin as they're expecting to hit your leg on the way through. Second rule is don't resist being swept. This could cause injury to your lower back to you and your partner. When being swept correctly though, make sure that your foot is on the inside of the attacker, and therefore you can see here it's just a slight knock that breaks the balance. From this angle again you can see that the foot is on the inside and just a gentle knock that breaks. Never come back at this angle when sweeping, because this will cause damage and injury to both of you. Toes. When being swept, lift your toes up initially to get more comfortable, but being swept, this will prevent injury from you rolling onto your toes and potentially breaking them. And the last rule we have here is to support your partner on the way down to prevent further injury. When sweeping, you must break the attacker's balance. If not, you will end up on the floor. When you break the attacker's balance, you can execute your sweep a lot more effectively. If the attacker resists being swept, it puts more pressure on your lower back, makes it more difficult to actually execute the technique. Yes, you may get them down, but this might cause further issues afterwards. From this angle here you can see that the balance is being broken by pulling to the left hand side and forwards, and makes the sweep so much easier to perform. This is a slight variation of the first technique, but this time the arm is pulled straight across to the left and just stepping over the leg and back to where I started from, rather than taking that initial step forwards. And finally, just to recap, that when we do sweep, make sure that we break the balance, and then it's so much easier to bring that leg through and control. Next we move on to timing. Timing is critical when we're learning to sweep. Here are two exercises to practice. The first one is called the Ashi Barai, which means advancing foot sweep, and it's a good way to practice your timing on a moving opponent. It can be quite difficult to do, so have some fun with it, see how your opponent reacts, and learn how to sweep correctly and where they will learn to fall. As you see Ava here, she's trying to establish the rhythm, so she takes her time, focuses on which foot to move first, and then executes the sweep nicely. Same with Sarah and Hayley, again execute sweep lovely. And your opponent's going to fall differently each time, so have a play with it, see what they do and learn from where they fall. The second exercise, we move sideways and we sweep called Akuri Ashi Barai, which is a double foot sweep. To start with, we learn how to sweep one leg, and then we build up to sweeping two legs. Ethan's now going to demonstrate how to do the technique correctly with two legs.
Good, perfect.
Again, just keep practicing, focus on the timing, the rhythm and the execution of the sweep. The finishing position is very important when sweeping. If close to the attacker, they should not be on the back because they can kick you in the ribs or the head. They can grab your arm and punch wherever is vulnerable. If you are sweeping and staying close to the attacker, then they should be on the side to prevent them from kicking or punching you by putting your knee on their hip. If they do go to the back, as long as you're out of range and out of danger, that's absolutely fine, as long as you can finish quickly.